Hello. There's something very wrong with the way we talk about Syria. Talking about war is hard. Much of human life is about reducing extraordinarily complex interactions to simple stories we can understand. This is true on the personal level, and it's true on the political level. The entire history of economics, for example, is about the failure of the stories we tell ourselves about how things work. When we turn to war, that tendency to reduce to simplicity gets even worse, because rooting for our team is one of the most fundamental things we do. We consider ourselves civilized, but at the end of the day, we still look at everything in terms of our tribe and their tribe. I, of course, am completely above the need to affiliate tribally. Overly simple stories about foreign policy are dangerous. War makes it even harder to see anything that our side might be doing wrong. Let's take a look at the best war the United States has ever been involved with, as an example. In World War II, we were the good guys, pure and simple. Even in Germany and Japan, you won't find very many people who are willing to disagree with that publicly. But as the decades pass, more and more of our assumptions about the virtue of our conduct during that war slip away. We've been reevaluating U.S. conduct in World War II since the day that war ended. In the 1970s, we realized that maybe we shouldn't be as proud of firebombing all those Japanese and German cities as we had been. In the 1980s, we woke up to the fact that the U.S. government internment of Japanese Americans was a really shitty thing to do. In the 1990s, we began to realize that the extermination of Europe's Jews can't just be blamed on the Nazis or even just on the Germans. In the 2000s, we realized that all that post-war ethnic cleansing of Germans in Eastern Europe might have been a bit out of line. And now today, in the 2010s, we're beginning to recognize that American GIs may not have been as innocent of rape and murder in Europe as we thought. Any war is too large and complex a thing to have all its details laid out and individually examined. The Syrian civil war is worse than most in this respect. Few wars are as straightforwardly us versus them as World Wars I and II were. Most 20th and 21st century wars have involved great powers picking proxies and unreliable allies with multiple conflicting agendas. But in Syria, some of our allies are actively fighting each other, and some of our enemies are as well. Basically, it's nuts. The complexity of this conflict makes the work of media and academia all the more important. They have failed us completely. It's not that they're lying to us, it's that they too have been captured by simple stories. The facts that are selected and presented to us over and over serve these narratives and serve U.S. government policy. Let me be clear. Ground-level journalists from Syria and from dozens of other countries have been doing heroic work. Hundreds have died trying to bring us the truth about this savage conflict. When I talk about failure, I am emphatically not talking about them. I'm talking about their publishers and editors. I'm talking about the think tanks and policy professionals that decide which of the facts about this war become headline news. By presenting a different perspective on the war in Syria, I'm trying to honor these journalists, not defame them. So over the next week, despite the fact that YouTube doesn't want me to, I'll be retelling the story of the Syrian civil war. Instead of shouting the same few facts over and over, I'll be introducing some other facts that can easily be found on the public record but are not as widely known. I'll also be stepping back to analyze the historical context of regime change and the deep foolishness of Washington, D.C.'s methods and goals. The United States is the most powerful country the world has ever known. As Spider-Man says, with great power comes great responsibility. We have to look more seriously at our actions in Syria, today, not 50 years from now. I hope you'll join us over the next week as we try to do that. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe. And if you'd like to help me make more videos like this one, please click on the Patreon link here to find out how.